I'm waiting to see how many people are going to pop up in this stream. Yes, the Savage is live. You hear that mechanical keyboard in action. Don't act like you can't hear it. So, this is number 28, Savage Scientist live stream. We have 2 people in the stream, and probably 2 of those people, I think I'm both of those people. But the show will go on. We got Professor Black Ops in the building. I knew it was someone else in there. So that's my dog, the Professor, and my other dog, Barrett Johnson, Barrett J. What up, folks? What up, folks? So this is number 28. And as you can see, I don't have a lot to talk about. So this stream is going to be, this is a precursor to a stream that's done by Holla at Your Boy, LaShawn. He might wind up popping in this stream, but you never know who's going to stop by. I might have MKBHD stop by one day. 0% chance, but being the governor of the state of Swampland, you have to be prepared. So enough of all that bullshit. Now it's time to get straight to the show. What up, folks? This is the Savage Scientist, governor of this great state of Swampland. And I have a live stream today, 28th live stream. I've been doing this for 28 weeks, or 28 non-continuous weeks. So big shout out to everybody that showed up, Barry J and Professor Black Ops, and we have business to take care of. Now, here it is. The Galaxy S22. I got this phone for the price of getting this S20, Galaxy S20. I think it's the S20, S21, whatever the hell it is. That's the back of it. So this is the Galaxy S20. This phone is cracked real bad, right? I mean, that's not even cracked. That's a bullseye right there. So this phone would have been $300 to get fixed. And right now Samsung doing a special. So instead of getting it fixed, they gave me $800 to trade this bitch in for this. AT&T branding on the back of this whole S22. Already open, already set up, already on. I already done been through this phone, already migrated my data. So I'm ready to put my new SIM in here. So we already know what comes in the box here. But if you want to see what comes in the box, there it is. You get SIM removal cord and the phone. That's it. There's no 100 things in the box. This isn't 19. I mean, this isn't 2016, 2017 when you got a whole bunch of shit in the box. This is all you get. And SIM removal card. I mean, SIM removal tool. I also bought this Caseology case. I think Caseology makes some damn good cases. So that's what I have on this Caseology case. Yeah, Caseology didn't protect it from this. What is going to protect you from a direct bam? If you drop in your phone directly on the screen, there's no case that's going to protect that. Unless you have. Now, what could protect it is tempered glass. Tempered glass is the only thing that protects this. And there it is. So the back of it, front of it. There it is. That's both of those dogs right there. And they are damn near identical in size. So the S22. This is I call this the Note 22 Ultra. So it has some things I really like about it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Samsung, but you know, these Notes, we got two phones in the building. So one of the things I like about this phone is the being able to have the S Pen. When you pull this out, when you do this, that means business is about to take care of. When you pull that fucking S Pen out, that means Satan has just came out of the goddamn hell. And you can start writing shit. You can put equations and shit all on here. But hey, you know what? Same S Pen. And this is what I'm gonna do. I like my S Pen. I'm keeping both of these S Pens. I'm sending this bitch back to Samsung without an S Pen. So there it is. So Samsung is using the same S Pen, same design, same shit since the Note 5. Because I have what's left of the S Pen from my Note 8. Note 8 S Pen, Note S22 and Note 20 S Pens. All this shit the same. So that's it for this S Pen. I mean, and I don't know which one so the darker one is for my new phone. So another thing you get stuff like this, all type of bullshit, unnecessary notifications in these phones. I don't like them. I don't need them. So there it is. So I'm gonna put Nova Launcher on this phone, and I'm gonna give you my take. I mean, I can tell you right now, my take is that I like this phone. It's not going to go away. This is a demon phone. So I also have an alternative view here. I want you to check this shit out right here. Check this out. How you like that? See, I can talk to this one, and I can talk to that one. 2-screen action. So there it is. Got 2 screens here. So that's to show you this is serious shit right here. So let me remove that. We don't need that right now because that's not the purpose of this second screen. The second screen here is for some coding action. Got my other computer over here because we're gonna write some code today. So we got this phone here, and this stream is not about this phone, but this phone is 10 at ease. This phone is demonic. So fuck this phone. We ain't talking about that no more. Let me hurry up and put my case on it before I drop it. So here go the case right here. Caseology shit. Very simple to install. And I'm gonna take all this. I'm gonna keep this. I'm taking the one off the back, but until I really get this phone in action here, taking the back plastic off. Look at that. Ooh wee. I said I was gonna stop talking about this thing. Let's insert this into this case real quick. And I did try it. This phone is slightly wider than this one. Just a little bit wider. So I guess I might as well put this one in the caseology too. I just yanked the button off my damn keyboard. What did I just? This is the escape key. Just pull the damn escape key clean out the keyboard. So let's put this escape back in here. Let's get the escape key back. Before I know I'm about to screw something up. So while I'm putting this key back in here, let's turn the keyboard off. Yeah. Keyboard powering back on. This is the Logitech G915. Only thing I hate about this keyboard, you see how you have those symbols on here? They are not illuminated. See that? So you can't see ampersand all this other good stuff. You can't see all that good stuff. You can't see the ampersand and all that other crap. So yeah, so buy this keyboard at your own risk. Just know that you won't have all that stuff available. So I'm gonna take my SIM card out of here. So this is coming. This plastic on the front is coming off when I put my new SIM card in here. And let's take a listen. Let's listen at how responsive that button is on the side. This is one thing that pisses me off with Spigen. Spigen, well, at least when I bought the last Spigen case, it Gangster Ultra. That's right. When I bought this thing when I bought my last Spigen case, another thing, I'm gonna disable double tap to wake or double tap to sleep. I'm gonna probably get rid of that for right now, because you see the way I got it on here? Double tap isn't on because I don't use it. But if I do, then I have it right up here right there. I turn my double. If I want always on display, there it is. So now when I double tap, it should show the time. There it is. That's the only way I use my double tap feature to turn that on the front. And then there's always this little delay tap. We got Septon in the building. That is a first for Septon to be in my stream, brother. Yeah, you know, we had this little issue going on about this tech fight shit. You know, I squash beef, and now, you know, I'm the type of person, you know what? It's time to continue moving forward. Interstates go one direction, forward. Unless you're in the other lane going the other way, then that's negative forward, so that'll be backwards. So what up, Brian? It ain't gonna be no bullshit here with the tech fight and all that stuff. You know, this is no troll zone here. So trolls get got, especially when they troll me. So no trolls on here. So yeah, so that's what we got here. I got the great Galaxy S22. So yeah, it's not a big. This is not a big Galaxy, like Barry said. This is no big difference. The only reason why I got this phone is because this bitch cracked, and it fell out on the screw in my new car. So that's why it's broke. So man, so let's see here. Man, we got to show these folks how to use Samsung DeX, Chrome OS, Linux, and Nintendo for coding and gaming for free. Like Two Phones said. So about that comment. So coding is very important, and it'll be good to see more people get into this thing. Here, Baby Boy 2022 is in the building. So let's talk about some of the other things I got on tap today. So let's get into this screen here. I remember last week. Let me share this. And I like to share the screen. You see that vicious background? I'm clicking on the screen in the window there. Check that bridge out. That is beautiful. Wherever that look like that's either Kobe, Japan, that damn bridge, or that's the new. That's that Japan bridge right there. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some Java coding. You got me thinking. Yeah, so Professor Black Ops is gonna get into some Java shit. Java is an object-oriented programming language, very, very powerful language. You could do a lot with Java. Big salute, bro. I would be all in that shit whenever you post that shit and start talking about that Java, bro. Java is everywhere. So this is what I wanted to start this off with. This Cadillac called Celesq, Celesq. This is the name of this thing. Celesq, whatever the hell it is. I can't say the name of the car, but I can tell you one thing. I know how to say how much the bitch costs. I'm gonna tell you right now, this car is gonna be the most expensive lack I ever saw. It's only rumored that they're gonna produce 500 of these things. Look at that goddamn dashboard. I'm trying to see something where I don't have to go through all this. So let's see if I can open this in the incognito mode. Let's see. I clicked this link, right? So let's see, open in private window. There it is. See, that is how you get around all that bullshit, plug-in, popping up all that shit. And I also wanted to post a video on sometimes, sites not as bad as it used to be with these pop-ups, flooding everything. You pop up and then all kind of shit start flowing down the screen. We don't need all that. So this is the dashboard in this thing. This is some type of electric Cadillac. Look at that steering wheel. The top of look like the top of it is green. I don't know if that's what it's gonna look like, but I mean, I wouldn't want drive a car around with big green steering wheel. But everybody got their own preferences with this. But this thing is slick on the inside, and it's electric vehicle. So man, this thing is gonna be satanic, bro. Look at let me get a better picture of this thing. Look at that shit. Look at that damn car. Let me see if I can zoom in on here. Let's see if we can get some zoom in action. No, that's not gonna work. So Control plus, there we go. Look like I can't get it no higher than 175. But look at that thing. I mean, it looked like a modern Cadillac. I mean, $200,000. Let me see if I can find that price for y'all. Right quick. Let's see if we can get that price up here. Let's go back. Let's keep this Java comment up here. Cadillac. IQ. There it is. So, damn. I was wrong with the price. $300,000 for a damn car. I know I won't be buying it. I won't even buy that bitch used. That is a lot for a car. So anyone has what y'all opinion is on this $300,000 Cadillac? I mean, this thing is loaded with tech. I mean, all those screens, all that electrical shit. Just imagine how many vulnerabilities that's gonna come here. I mean, GM. They make wonderful cars, but you gotta think about it. The radio is a computer. The dashboard system is a computer. The computer under the hood, that's another one. You probably have 6 or 7 independent computers. Hey, one vulnerability. Like I said in my last screen, you might have a vulnerability in the steering system. Guess what? I just used the steering system. Now I'm in the radio. Now I'm unlocking the car and all that shit. Now, because all this shit tied together. So it's getting to the point where these cars, and I even mentioned that in my master thesis, a car has more lines of code than most modern systems. So let's take a look at that. That's my ring doorbell going off. So we're gonna find somehow we're gonna have some noise. Lines, NESCODE, lines of code, cars. Around 100 million lines of code in your car. And when I had quoted this, I think I actually used the paper, and I think it was around 100 million because they had a list. Let's see if we can find that image I used. It was this one. Here it is. So your car gonna have almost 100 million lines of code, but then they compare it to this other stuff. So check it out. Google Chrome is about, I would say about 5 million. And then Facebook, I mean, I guess that's the Facebook API or the Facebook backend, whatever they using at Facebook, somehow they saying whatever. I mean, because Facebook, I mean, Meta, if that's what you want to call them these days. But yeah, it's Meta. I'm really thinking that when we talk about Facebook, we talking about the exposed API. So I'm guessing 60 million lines of code. That's a lot. But a vehicle, 100 million. That's because you have all those different systems. And here it is right here, 2025. That's the new Cadillac right there in the corner. That Cellar Sky, whatever the hell it is. That there you go. That go you. Hey, you know what? And they say what? 200 to 300 million lines of code. That's each of you. That go your money. $300,000 car, 300 million lines of code. So we're looking at about $1,000 per line of code. So yeah, it's no joke. So Two Phone just bought the Game Builder Garage for my new Switch. I got the Animal Crossing Switch. That's a nice Switch. We got tech for your need in the building. What up, folk? So yeah, this car is predicted to have 300 million lines of code. A lot of shit, a lot of code, a lot of stuff going on here. So cars, so what I'm saying here is that cars are gonna be more vulnerable to attacks. And I mean, they have I mean, I could show you what they're using to hack cars right now. I mean, they're using Linux. So all these systems, they are just Linux based things. So let's see how to hack a car. And here you go. Free classes on the shit. And here it is. This is the Odb2 switch. Odb2. So if your car is plugged into this, you could plug Wi-Fi and stuff into this thing. This is the same diagnostic when you go to AutoZone. They plug the little thing into your car. Switch, boom, dang. You got some O2 sensors leaking. You got shit messed up in your car. That's coming from this same this is where the information is being ported out from. So you can start with this, and then and if you have a vulnerability, this is where that vulnerability could be, what they call it. This is where the adversary would target that vulnerability if you're using this port, or if you have your radio, you have something plugged up in your car, and like a Bluetooth. If you have a Bluetooth radio that's diagnosing your car, or you have something plugged into this thing that's like a Wi-Fi adapter. That's it. That's basically what this article is saying. And I didn't even read the shit, but I did a little research on this already. So all you need is let's see here, hardware. You can receive and transmit CAN packets. And I have to look up what a CAN packet is, because I'm not gonna even lie. I don't know what the hell it is, but what you're gonna probably do is listen with a sniffer. Yeah, they come up with some great names for these tools, sniffers. So that's your tools like Wireshark and all that. So you can be sniffing for packets in the air coming from this car. And once you get in, you're gonna probably use something to encrypt the message. You can encrypt the key, when you go to your car, hit the little key button, that noise, that thing. That's you're gonna encrypt the because it's a little more sophisticated than just walking up to a car and doing that. When you hit that key, you actually doing a two-way handshake, just as TCP type connections that you're making with the car and the unlock system. So that's what's going to happen whenever you do that. So this is how here it is actually showing you how to do that. There's your Unix commands. So you upload. I mean, you gonna get this CAN crap, and there it is. And that's some hex crap. So this is it. So you go through this class. I guess he's gonna do it. Look right here, CAN sniffer. So there it is. So, and this right here is probably what they're looking for. This is probably some important stuff with a header of 80. So this is probably in Little Indian, meaning it's gonna read from left to right. I think little Indian, big Indian. One of them read left to right, one read right to left. So you're gonna reverse all this crap, and that's gonna tell you this could be the actual code that's being sent. Let's see. Let's look up Indian if they even use that Indian. E-N-D-I-E-N. No, they didn't use it. So let's see. Hex. So I guess they didn't use this. This might just be a basic introduction to this. So here we go. Here, even Chrome. So two phones is just saying that Chrome OS, Chrome operating system, even has a virtual desktop mode. Yeah, you can use Chrome to remote into other computers. I mean, that's cool. I mean, this Chrome OS, I mean, Chrome, you've been able to do this for a little while now on Chrome. And yeah, that is true. You do a lot with Chrome. So let's see. I was in LaShawn's stream, or what's that, Kimmy? Somebody streamed last week. We got Kenny in the building. I was in one of his streams last week and came across an interesting article. Well, not an article, but interesting info. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Photoshop price. Let's see. Photoshop. So I think LaShawn said, man, I am not paying $600 because I think I said in the stream, Photoshop, I would rather pay $600 for Photoshop and have it than to have to pay this. I think this is a yearly subscription. Then have to pay stuff like this. This is $239 per year. So 3 years, you just paid $600. And guess what? If you decide to stop paying it, Adobe gonna shut your subscription off. So this is why I would be like, hey, I would rather just buy the shit $600, $700 because software, you know, we're gonna do the inflation curve. So this is the issue. I'm about to show you how much Photoshop 5.5 costs. Photoshop 5.5 in 1999. So in 1999, let's see how much was it. $609, according to this article. But don't take my word for it. Let's go and see if we could catch it in Wayback Machine. I'm about to show you one of my favorite sites. We're gonna go back to Amazon in 1999. So let's see if we could find Amazon. www. We're going to Amazon. So we're gonna take this all the way back to. Let's see. So we have sparse data from 1999. So I'm gonna be a little generous, and we're gonna hit it in 2001. Oh, this one looked pretty good. So we're going to go to Amazon as July 7, 2001. And let's see if we can get this open. It's taking a little while. So look at that. We got the old version of Amazon. So let's look for Photoshop software. Because I don't think I could just type Photoshop into that search bar up here. It's probably not going to work. So we got all these old BS softwares up here that I'm not talking about here. But look at all this stuff. So let's see, graphic software. I might have to. Oh, look at that Mac shit right here. $109 for Mac OS X. That was Leopard. Leopard Mac OS. Oh, here we go. Adobe Creative Suite. So I guess this was back whenever Adobe was selling. Look at that price. $2,400. I might have to search for Photoshop. Let's see if I can find Photoshop by itself. But you see here, this thing is $4,000 for everything. That's a lot of damn money. So let's go back to Amazon. So this is just to show you Oh, so and I'm gonna show you what Photoshop I'm using in a little while. Look at that Sims 2. Halo 3. Damn, Halo 3 was this. Oh yeah, that's Xbox 360. BioShock. You got some watches and shit. So let me. Where is the search box? Let's see. Software. Oh, you know what? Let's look at something else right quick. I want to see how much what hard drives look like back then. Now that's one thing. I mean, we gonna see how much. Look at them old nasty ass computers up there. That laptop. That's not really a bad one, but we had 2 gig flash, 2 gig SD card here. 2 damn gig SD card. I bet that bitch like $50 probably. Let's see how much it costs. Oh, $27 for 2 gigs. You probably gonna get a 2 terabyte for that much. For $27, you damn near almost about to get an exabyte. Exabyte is a real. I don't even know if anything. I mean, that's probably all Google data. 1 exabyte, probably 5 exabytes. But yeah, so $30 for a 2 gig damn card. Have fun filling that bitch up with your 4K video. You probably can't even put a head of a 4K video in a 2 gig on the 2 gig flash card. So yeah, so let's see. I'm trying to search for this Photoshop. Taking it back to the home page. I mean, I have fun. I mean, sometimes I could just go on this type of stuff and just get lost in all the information that I'm finding here. So let's go back to Amazon.com. Photoshop in software. Now this might not work. Yep. So yeah, that's not working. So, but the good thing is you did get a chance to see how much the creative suite was. So I'm still curious on how I could get this Photoshop. But most of the time this will not work. I'm going to go all the way back to one of the earliest versions of this site. So now it looks like we in 1999. Amazon from 1999. So let's go to, and a logo haven't changed either. So let's see, this is 1999. Let's see, let's make sure, 96 to 2000. So we're still in 2000. We're going back, so now we're going to 1999 in April. Oh, this was a great year. So they look like it done decided to give me 2013. But I'm gonna leave this shit alone and move on to my next topic here. This back. All right, remove that. There we go. Here we go. Yeah. So now, I've been having a lot of people saying they couldn't read the board. So what about this? Can you read this shit now? And maybe if I switch to this screen, you might could see this a little better. So what you think? Can you see it now? Because I could bring it closer. So we're gonna do that. So let's go over here and do this. I'm still getting used to this StreamYard shit. Let's see, I want to make this one take up solo layout. There it is. Oh man, I think I'm gonna get the full version of StreamYard. So there we go. I'm not able to light this shit up like a Christmas tree. So that might be a little too bright for you. Yeah, I think that is too bright, but let's see. I'm gonna turn the bottom one off. So what y'all think about that? So this is what I was supposed to talk about for the last stream. Creating variables in C++. Getting user input. And let's see here. Can you read that better? All right, there we go. So we're creating variables, getting user input, and compiling. And so what I was really talking about is this. This was the original problem. Oh yeah, so you do see the C++ part. All right. So really that's probably gonna be, that's something I'm gonna work on in the future here. So let's get our C++ project on screen here. And what I'm gonna talk about is, oh, and look at all, I mean, I had all this stuff here to talk about. Photoshop, and I didn't even talk about Hello Tech yet. Hello Tech is, that's my side hustle. So that video is coming soon too. I mean that's worth its own topic there actually. So I have this C. I'm about to start C++. And you still can hear me, right? I'm audible. Oh yeah, so Samsung is definitely in the house. So I'm gonna share this screen in a little while, but first let's see if I could get this over here. So yeah, so that's my two cameras. I'm gonna be streaming with a different camera next time. Okay. So that's good. We're able to see that. So I'm about to start Visual C++. First, I have to start the VS Code. Visual Studio, Visual. Did I use Visual Studio or did I use Visual Studio Code? It was one of them that I used on this damn computer. I don't even know if I had it in a VM. So, oh, you know what? That was my other computer. So let's see what I have here. I'm gonna just see what I could do here. Oh, I'm gonna do it in Python. What about Python? You know, you haven't really seen me talk or even mention Python a lot here. So let me remove this. There we go. Oh, all right. So let's get Python on the screen here. Let's see. Do I still have Python? All right, I don't even know what this thing does, but here is some Python code for free. So let's see if I can make this text a little bigger. Increase text size, view, appearance. If anyone else know how to know where that option, where to find those options to increase the screen size, then let me know. And you can see the board real good in this view. So let me turn all this off. So let's see what we have here. This is the code for my last video when I was talking about. So this is the Python code from when I created that screen coloring thing. So let's run it right quick. This thing is called Color Changer. And let's see, I don't remember the last time let's see. Line 9. I'm gonna just get rid of this line. And now let's run it. All right, so that's what this thing does. It just puts a color on the screen. So that's all that does. So, and this is the size of the screen, 3000 by 3600, and this is our color. We just paint the background this color. This color is equivalent to green. So if I was to go back in here and put 0000, I think it's that. I don't even know how many. I think that's supposed to be 4 hex. So this either should be all zeros is black. So let's see what we got here. Let's save. Color changes saved. Yeah, it already exists. I'm gonna right clean over it. So now let's run it. All right, so it's black. So FF, all F's is gonna be. So this is gonna give you white. So that should be white, the color white. So let's do Control S for save. And now run it. I didn't put enough F's in here. So let's see, is it 4 F's? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think that's right, but we're gonna see anyway. So this thing is gonna let me know. Let me see here. Set item configure. So this is setting the screen here. And it's init py init. That's the initiation. I'm you know, I don't write Python code a lot, but I'm thinking that this is something that deals with setting the item. Let's look up this function right quick. When you coding, you're gonna be looking up stuff a lot. So let's see, underscore. All this stuff. So these methods are double underscore, mean they emulate behavior of a built-in type. All right. So let's see. So I'm guessing this is emulating. So it could be emulating a class right here. So yeah, it could be. So here it is. I think it's emulating a record. And see. Oh shit. So this is a good example of the stuff I hate. So let's get rid of that from happening. I might actually mess up the entire site, but disable JavaScript, block JavaScript, and now let's go back to this site. Hopefully the site still works. Now it's gonna say refresh. See, I lost all the background stuff, but I won't have all that BS popping up. So so all the JavaScript is disabled. That's good. So yeah, so Python game and SVG code. What is my thoughts on SVG code program? I'm gonna have to look that one up. We're gonna look at that right after this. So yeah, so this just means a type. And here it is again, get item. So in Python programming, that just means, so let's see, that's like a return type. So we're not going to talk about vulnerabilities because I haven't researched that yet. So yeah, these setters, that's pretty cool. But I'm not a Python programmer, so them using all this stuff, and that's another thing. You don't have to be an expert or the world's best Python programmer to get some code on the screen. So I'm thinking it's supposed to be 6 values here instead of 8. So let's save, Control S, save, and now let's run it. And now we have the white. So that's what we did here. So this is going to take 6 values representing RGB, red, green, and blue. So if we want red, we'll just replace the rest of them with zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to give us red. Control S, and now run it. And this is the program I demoed, but I want to put some stuff on the screen here. So Two Phones is making a programming playlist. So he really about to start taking this programming shit serious. And I'm gonna have more structured programming. Let's see if we could get Visual Studio on this computer. I don't have a lot of space on it, so let's see here. So I'm working with 3 gigs of space. So let's see if I can install Visual Studio. I'm not going to use Visual Studio Code because I have to go through all the trouble setting all that other crap up. So let's see here. Let's open up Opera again. And I'm about to do Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio. So this is what you install if you're ready to write C++, write anything. You can write it all. So we're gonna get that community edition. And what they mean by ID, that's just a ID. I forgot what that shit stands for. I think it stands for individual debugging environment. But I'm gonna look that up. So let's download it to the desktop. So I just clicked it, double clicked. So this is gonna be one of those installers live install packages. Now I just clicked, I just hit the thing. So why is it? All right, there we go. Now this thing is twice. All right, so 2 of them on the screen. So we're gonna get rid of one. Hit continue. So that's it. So it's probably gonna want to see. Let's look up IDE right quick. ID. Oh shit! This. Let me bring this screen over here. IDE. It's a integrated development environment. All right. So integrated development environment. So there we go. That is the definition, right, that I was looking for. So let's bring the screen over here. Do you want to continue workloads? So what I want to do is get this for, I don't even know, what the hell is it installing? I had put it on here, continue. I just want C++. So let's see what we're going to get here. This thing, it'll fill your hard drive up really, really fast when you're installing Visual Studio C++ here. So, because I remember back in the day, I still got a CD with Visual Studio, Visual C++ from 1999. You know what? Hey, now that'll be fun. Let's see if I could still install that old thing. So let's see here. Let me get that out the way while that's installing. So it just popped up with the install. Yep. So I knew I was gonna have to go through all this. Not now, maybe later. I'm gonna go with the dark theme. Start Visual Studio. So while that's installing, all right, here we go. So I'm not cloning a repository. That's some of your Git stuff. We're gonna create a new project. So let's see what languages. We got C++ right here. And I'm doing this for Windows. And look how they got Windows on the bottom. Oh. So another thing, if you want to do a game, you're going to go to C# and then you're going to select Windows. Well, you can probably do all platforms, but you're going to select, let's see, what is that game thing called? You use to make games. Damn it, my son used this thing a lot. It's the C# library that you use to design games with. Unity. I think that's what it is. Unity. So I'm trying to find Unity here. And I don't see it. So we're not gonna mess with that. So I'm just go with C++. Xbox. Oh, we might find Unity here. So once I do this, it's gonna list a whole bunch of stuff. And I think that's when Unity is gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up in the results. So we're gonna go back to Windows. I really want to do a console app. Let's see, do we have console on here? Nope. So there's our console right there. And now I should have got something. Windows. We're gonna just look for Win32. All right, so I think the reason why this is like this because I didn't install anything. So this is just Visual Studio, Visual C++. This is not even Visual C++. This is just Visual Studio. So it's this is just like installing the original one. So let's see. I want to import Visual Studio Enterprise Professional. And let's see, where is the you see, and that's another thing. This shit changes a lot. Yeah, so yeah, it's Unity. Yep. I had one of those back in college in 05 and 06. Oh, so you had a was that the Xbox, or was that what earlier thing did I mess with earlier? So this is all I have. I don't have no other crap on here. So I'm gonna remove that because I'm not ready to, because I'm not ready to mess with this. I just want to get straight into coding without having to install anything but except my IDE, integrated debugging environment. I mean, damn, I keep calling it debugging. Integrated development environment. So let's go back to my software list. Where is, oh, and here, and this is all the stuff that I was talking about here. See, this is what version of Photoshop I'm running. Photoshop 7. I have AutoCAD also. Office 2007 and 2010. But I don't see Visual Studio. Plus. So I don't think it's right that in. I'm gonna just see if I could get this to work, because that's not even, oh, here it is. I did find it. Visual C++ from 2008. So I don't even know if this thing is still here. And that's I don't know what that is. So let's set up. This thing is so damn old. So it was simple back in the Cretaceous period. This is all you have to do to get Visual Studio installed. Run the setup file. That's it. And business and companies probably still using this old thing. And then you're going to click on this yes right here. And you could always go back and get the same version, but C++, let me get rid of all this shit. Silverlight. Microsoft just stopped supporting this. So let's get it installed. So you can tell that this was created for probably Windows 7, 2008. I think Vista was the version at that time. So I don't have to go through nothing interfering or anything getting in the way when I'm installing this, because I did remember whenever I was installing Visual Studio, the first one. So let's while this is doing this, let's uninstall Visual Studio right quick. So let's come right here and click this, and where is run? What is it called? AppWiz, appwiz.cpl. And that's going to bring you to this screen. Microsoft Visuals, and you could organize this by date. By install date, let's see. I don't want the big ones. I like there it is. So put that in install date time. So 2022. There it is right here. And it installed this bastard popped up. It installed Microsoft Edge when I'm trying to install a damn compiler. See, that's the shit that Microsoft do. It'll put BS on your computer that I wasn't looking for that. So I'm uninstalling this. And what I should have done was, when I installed it, I should have actually got selected the C++ extension for this, so it could install all at one time, so I don't have to play with trying to find it and all that. So we got rid of that. I don't even know if I can uninstall this crap, but I want it gone. So here it is. uninstalling Microsoft Edge. It ain't even uninstalling faster. So, but we do have Visual Studio C++. This old dinosaur is still working. Yep, so Microsoft is a trip. I still keep getting the OG Internet Explorer on Windows 10. Yep, never letting it go. They're never gonna let that bullshit go. They just said that they're gonna discontinue Internet Explorer. How many times have they killed Internet? They say, oh, we stopping Internet Explorer, and then 3 years later, we just released a new browser called Dog Shit, and then somehow Dog Shit is just a repackaging of Internet Explorer. Microsoft needs to stop making browsers. And then, because every time it's gonna have something to do with Internet Explorer. But I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to say switch everything to Edge. I mean, Edge is all right. It's based off of Chromium in a way. But Microsoft do not want to let Internet Explorer die. That shit needs to die. It's a piece of crap. So I thought, let's see, visual. So I just moved the thing. All right, start page. Here we go. So this is, you don't even have dark themes and all that stuff in this thing. But it's good if you just want to, when I'm ready to start writing some damn code, don't have to worry about nothing. There go everything I need right there. New console application. And I probably could update this shit. I see they've got Win32 stuff, general console right there. So we can do the empty project. I don't want a Win32. I just want a basic console application. So we're gonna give this a name. There go our name. I give it a better name. Let's see. We're gonna name this Hello World. Hello World 1. And that's it. And all our stuff is right here. Header files, resource files, and source files. I tell you that makes things so damn easy. Oh yeah, so you remember this one too? Yeah, so that's it there. This is the OG shit. So Hello World 1. So we're gonna put our source file right here. Add a new C++ file, new item. So right here, there it is, C++ file. That's it. So we're gonna just name this hello.cpp. And that's it. Hello.cpp. So back then we used to do our IO stream. Hash include IO stream .h. I don't have to do none of that new crap. And now let's test and see if I can get something on the screen. Int main. Return 0. I could have did that void main too. And now cout test. So that's the same thing as saying hello, and hopefully this should work. Because I'm used to an older version than this. Oh, that is compile. So it's probably this line right here. IOSTREAM. So I'm getting also they even did this using. So we had to do this even back then. So let's do a save and look at that save button right there. I remember back in the day, you didn't have to do none of that stuff. So return 0. So I'm thinking this might be wrong now. Or is it C out? So I'm thinking that should go this way. Now that look like it's going on, it's leaving C out. So yeah, let's see if that's gonna work. And let's compile it. Control F7. So these just they just overloaded these operators right here. Control F7 compiles. All right, so this is always the part where you get to have some fun. So if you know this shit, just give me some. Let me know what give me some type of what you think of this that I'm writing. Let me just put a space there. And I guess I could just drop a new line too. That's the new line symbol. And that's the same thing right there. So Control S and Control F7. It's not saying that I don't even have the damn IO stream file. So I'm wondering, is all the stuff installed on this one too? Because it's saying that I don't have library files. So let's see if I just create an int. And let's see if it's going to compile. Return 0. Like if I have one damn line of code, let's see what happened now. Nothing that could go wrong. So yeah, I just think that somehow this thing isn't right. So let's see here. I think I'm wondering, is this, let's go back and create a new project. New project, new general, no Win32. I don't even know what CLR empty project is, but we're going to try that. So let's give it a name right quick. We're going to open up this project. I'm wondering, do I need to, I might even have to do the same thing with in 2008. I might have to go and get all the libraries and import all that stuff. Because it installed pretty fast. I mean, this thing was not, I mean, it wasn't that small. I mean, didn't take up that much space. So let's see how big this folder is. I just found this. Let's see if it's gonna run. Okay, so it's just IOStream, not IOStream H. So that was something that happened, I guess, in 2007, 17. I don't know when. Sometime they older C++ 1999, you had to do this, and now you don't. And if you look back at some old C++ reference, this is where I got that code from. So we going back to we looking at 2008 C++. So they had another one that came out in 2003, then another version in 2011, 14. They came out with 17, and there's 2023 that's coming out soon. So in 1998, this is what you had to do. Look, what was that code? Include stream.h. If you look at old code from back then, you'll see this, and it's giving it, and this person is getting errors because this changed to this. I mean, that changed a long time ago. So I'm just trying to see how far I have to go before I start finding that. Here go one right here. See, they used it, they wrote it like that. Well, he got that language that I look like Arabic type language. I mean, his actual handwriting was that, and I'm saying his, it could have been a woman. So they used that language, that stuff. Look at these old slides. It's probably from 1993. I mean, I'll probably say 1999, 2000. No copyright on these slides, so I can't see what year that was. So the good thing is, so then eventually they started doing this. And let's see if it's gonna give us an error. Control S, Control F7. So, and I don't know if I'm supposed to put this here. Control S, Control 7. All right, so that's where I made a mistake. So if you want to use the user namespace std standard template library, you got to put the colon at the end. So now we can get into what I came here for. And that is, I want to create a function int get, what is it going to be called? Get greatest common factor, GCF. That's function prototype up there. So now, and I don't know if I still have to do it like this, but you had to do that back in the day. So now let's just return 0. So yeah, so this is the function prototype. This is our main function. So I could actually call get GCF right here. But that's the easy part. Now I'm gonna so let's see here. So for programming or installing, is it C? Oh, so you're talking about C/C// or C colon. So you're talking about this thing. And that is, let's see if I could get it on the screen. You're talking about this thing? Because this is a comment. That denotes comment. Actually typed it wrong. It should be this. You see how I turned green? That's a comment. So that means the compiler is going to ignore all that stuff. So what I want to do here is just tell you what I'm trying to do. So let me open up Notepad. Paint. So let's see, do I have something to write with? So if I was to take and do this, okay, that's a bigger font up here. So 3/4/6 plus 5/3. No, let's change that. 5/7. So if you put this in your calculator, that's going to give us, let's see. You know, we're gonna just get the answer right here on the screen. Solution equals, we're gonna get rid of that new line. And now I'm gonna just paste that right here. So Control S for save. And now let's run this. And I wanna really run it. So where is the answer? Hello.cpp. The answer should be down. Let's see, where is our answer? I done opened a new instance of Visual C++. We don't need that. Save all. So let's see if we can get this to run right here. Start without debugging. Here it is. It's been a long time since I used this thing. So that's what we want here. So 4 plus 6, and we're gonna have to change that to floats right quick. So for one thing we're gonna look at is 4 divided by 6 is gonna give us, that's gonna be 1/2, so that's considered 0. 5/7 is 1 over, so this is 1 over, let's see, so the thing is it rounds off. So this is going to be 1 over, let's see, 1 over 1. So this would be 1. This should be 1 right here. So let's see what we get when we do this. Okay, Savage. So for command prompt in Linux, you will start off with yes. So in Linux, let's see if I could get a Linux command up here right quick. I didn't want to do that. So if you want something close to Linux on Windows without having to install Ubuntu, you'll just type in PowerShell. And that's going to give you something like this. And you can do stuff like that, pwd, for your current directory. Let's see if there's nano. Oh, let's see, no nano. And you can't do stuff like sudo. But if you could install the bash for Windows, you could run all those commands. But I don't have Linux on here. But let me see if I have a Linux virtual machine. So the reason why, so let's get the calculator out while that's opening up. So that'll go to calculator. And let's go back and get all the numbers I had up here in the original form. 4/6, 5/7. I'm gonna just paste this into the calculator. 4/6 open parentheses, 4 divided by 6. Let's say 4 divided by 6. 4 divided by 6 equals that, plus 5 divided by 7. 5 divided by 7 is that. So this is the type of answer you will get using float values. And now let's save all. And now let's start without debugging. So I could have, so I don't know why that didn't work, but we're gonna try this again with parentheses in the right spot. So it still didn't give us anything. Not even the thing that says solution equals. But let's take a look at what we have over here for Linux. So we have this virtual machine. And I don't like when my problems stump me. Oh, it just took a little while for it to compute it. So that's the first part of it. So now let's go back, undo all this stuff. Control Z undo. And now let's the Linux calculator app is dope. And I'm gonna check and see if I could get that on the screen here. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna talk about Dex right quick before I leave, because that's important too. So we have two values on the screen now. I wish I had like I used to customize this whole thing so I had the buttons that I use, like start without debugging. So this is what it looks like. See, it's doing all this. It's taking all this time. And so I just come in here and just start. Oh, see, it showed the solution, but it went away damn quick. All right, so it's still on the screen. So this is what the answer looked like. So let's see how close the calculator is with this answer. So now I'm gonna do 4. Let's see, 4 divided by 6 equals 1.16. So you're going to add that to, remember 1.16 should be able, now they're going to add that to 5 divided by 7. 5 divided by 7. 0.88. So let's see, 1.4 plus 0.88. So let's do it the way we used to do it in school. 4 divided by 6. So I have to actually get paper out. Equals 1. Drop down to 2. So that's how I got the 1.21 right there. And we're going to add to it 5 divided by 7. That goes in 1 time. $1.5. So 1.25. So yeah, that's why we got 2 something. So as you can see here, this and this is not the same. So what it just did was it took 4 going to 6, 1, and made a fraction out of it. So we got, what we have here is 1 4 divided by 6 plus 5 divided by 7. That's 2 different things, because this is going to turn out to be so to solve this, you're going to have to bring you're gonna have to get an LCD, or greatest common factor. That's what this function is gonna do. So to compute greatest common factor, we're looking at the denominators here. 6 times 7 is 35. So we're gonna have 35s on the outside. And our new stuff is gonna look more like this. And the only thing you're gonna do is just divide the bottom by that on the top. So we're gonna take 35. We're gonna take the 35 here. 35. Where is it? 35 and divide it by this, and do the same thing with this one. 35 divided by 6. So let's do that. 6 don't go into 35. 6 times 7. So actually that should be 42. So damn, I done fucked up. So the greatest common denominator for this will be 42. So we're gonna put 42 outside, because 6 times 7 is 42. And let's see, we have 4 over 6, 5 over 7. I knew something didn't look right. So you see that? So we're going to divide the 42 by 6. That's going to give us 7. And then we're going to be 7 times 4. And over here, we're going to have 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So let's see what we got here. So this is what this is going to look like now. So now let's add this up. 58 divided by 42. So let's take a look at what that's going to look like in the calculator. 58 divided by 42. We gotta get this right. It's 1.38. So that's the same number we got in the calculator when I did it earlier. So 1.32. What did my program get here? Same thing. 1.389. A rather precise answer, but still, you know, that's what we got here. So how do we compute the greatest common factor? That's gonna be what I'm about to do here. So and we're gonna be looking at fractions. So we're gonna have 4, and we're gonna do this with integers too. Denominator 1, denominator 2. Numerator 1. I think everybody left the stream, but I'm going to continue with this. Numerator 1, numerator 2. So that's it. So this is going to take 4 integer values. So we're going to put this up here. And let's see if this is going to compile, because I might have to put values in this thing too. Control S for save, Control S for save. And now let's Control F7 for compile. So that actually works. So good. D1 underscore D2, D3 underscore D4. Let me get rid of the return value. So the reason why I wrote this here is because I want you to see this. It's not up here no more. Damn it. So this is what I'm working on right here. Compute LCD. So computing the greatest common denominator or greatest common factor, GCF greatest common factor, it's about to get this value put in here. So now let's see what we're doing here. So I want to first return greatest common factor. So we just multiplying two values. So now I might have to create a structure. So I'm going to return. So I even could actually make it so the return value is supplied as a parameter into the function. So that's going to make it so I don't even have to return anything. So let's get this rolling first with the LCD. Compute LCD. So what I'm going to do is, you see I have the two denominators, D1, D2. So this should be N1 and N2. N1, N2. Numerator, denominator. So I'm going to say D1 multiplied by D2 multiplied by underscore D2. That's going to give us greatest common factor. That's it. All right, so the way it looks is the fraction is going to look like this. Put some comments in here. D1 over, D1 here, N1 here. So that's what we're looking at creating. Because we want our stuff to print and look just like a normal fraction. So 2 phones is out of the stream. So I'm gonna continue writing this code and doing this, because once I start with this shit, it's so fun, man. It's just like I'll keep rolling with it. So here we go. So what I'm gonna have is GCF multiplied by N1 over GCF. And we're gonna have the same thing right here. So really, I only need one of these. I'm gonna need two, yeah. because we're going to add these. GCF multiplied by N2 over GCF. I could just put an X there. What you like better? The X's, right? That make it look more like multiply, right? Don't that look better? I would say that looks better, yeah. All right, so let's bring these a little closer. So, and normally what you're gonna do is you're gonna, when you do this, you're gonna automatically take out the part that you don't need. So what I'm saying is, let's say we have a 4 divided by 7 and 6 divided by 8. So 7 and 8, the greatest common factor would be 56. 7 times 8 is 56, right? So GCF is 56, and when you divide to make the 56, you're gonna still have your old denominator, D1 and D2 here. So that's what I left off here. So now that I fixed that, because I know some real good math person is probably gonna come here and talk bad about the way I'm doing this, and that, oh, this is easy shit here, but you know, shut the fuck up. So this is what we got here. The GCF divided by what's left in the denominator, and that's gonna give us N1. We're gonna have a new N1 plus N2 by our new GCF. So that's what I'm trying to make here. So that's what we're gonna work on next week. I'm about to save all this, and we're gonna resume this project at this point, because getting the values in the fraction is one thing, but I'm gonna show you how to do it so it could look the way we do it on paper. I want it to look like this, not a decimal. So we're gonna wrap this back up tomorrow. Next week. Peace out, folks. Hopefully you learned something today from the damn savage. And we didn't get a chance to talk about DEX. You know what? Let's talk about DEX right quick. DEX. That's I don't know what DEX stands for, but we're going to talk about it right quick. So I also have this Kali Linux distro up here that I had for I know that's the wrong password. All right, so he left, and so this is what he was talking about earlier. Two Phones was talking about when you have a window open. So right now I'm at, so I could do stuff like this: sudo apt install Chrome, sudo apt install something. What could we install? Shit. Let's type in shit and see if there's something called shit. Oh hell, well, no, there's nothing called shit. So all right, so I already have Google Chrome on here. Sudo apt install xrandr. Here we go. It's already on here. So that's just some stuff. But is referred to by another, so they even changed the name of it. And also you could curl to get packages too. They have all these terminals open. So Control F4 should get rid of that. But he just wanted to see that. I think it's actually app get to do that. So we have volatility. So we have a whole bunch of stuff here on Linux, but we will talk more about Linux whenever that time comes. And I'm powering off all the virtual machines because this is what we're talking about here. See that's what we're talking about. That right there. So my next point will be, we already got the GCF, and let's give it a value, int GCF. And so the result is going to be, so I could create, so what would the result be from this thing? So the result would just be two values. So I'm going to change this probably to a struct. struct. That should have oh, the hell with it. So I'm going to return, I mean, the easiest way to not have to deal with that would probably be just create a new value, just insert a new value right here. Insert two new values for new numerator and new denominator. So that's what we're going to get. So what I'm going to do is add the two numbers together, and then I'm going to force you to, it's kind of like assembly language or good old C programming where you just put it in. So let's see, struct. There it is. Maybe it's just my bad spelling. Struct. You can't use return, but you could use return in something else. So fraction. And it's going to be two values. Numerator and denominator. Denom, D-E-N-O-M, denominator. I don't know, done spelled that all wrong. So to get away from that, then just call it denom, D-E-N-O-M, and then I'm gonna have to change this for numer, N-U-M-E-R, numerator, N and D. Denom numer, N-U-M-E-R. And so I'm going to have to figure out how to return a fraction. So that's going to be another thing that I'm going to have to wrestle with. Because I know this is not going to compile. I bet you $300. So yeah. Different basic types. So yeah. So here it is right here. So now let's see, Control S, Control 7. So, damn, it might have been a little easier. Oh yeah, I'm still here, right? Still coding. Barry Johnson done popped back into the chat. So in this example, I'm looking at structures now. Dang, it probably would have been easier to do this as a class. Let's see here. Class fraction. Public. And let's see, I'm gonna still have to create a constructor. Default constructor. This thing is really getting out of hand now. Three messages from Hello Tech. So we got Jessica Hicks in the building. Now it seems like we got more people that came into this stream after I decided, oh, I'm about to end it. But, you know, since we got more people in here, I guess we're going to continue working on this solution because y'all here to see some coding in action, right? So let's see. So I'm stumped at the part now. I'm trying to create this fraction. So now let me take a look at structures in C++. And Google is always your friend. Let me bring that over here. A good struct. Here we go. Here we go. I could just use this one. And I'm going to just paste that struct right here and change it to what I want. So let's see. All right, so that is this crazy way of writing these structures. You can't declare them like classes. So as soon as you got ready to end, more people always join. Yep. It's like YouTube bots change the algorithm upon hearing those words. You know, I think that might be true. I have 4 people in the stream now. So I don't know, 3 of them could be bots. Now I know Barry is here. I think 2 phone probably came back too. But yeah, we have, you know, salute to the bots that's not responding. But yeah, and let me put that up here. So here we go. We have a struct now. And I'm going to name this structure, this struct result. And it's going to take 2 ints. Denominator, numerator, N-U-M-E-R. And let me get rid of the comments, uncomment, no comment right here. So hopefully this is going to work. This is old C style crap right here. So let's see, Control S for save and Control F7 for compile. So, all right. It was called fraction. All right, so there we go. Control S and F7. Now let's create a quick fraction. Denom equals DENOM equals 0 and fraction dot numer equals 0. So this should work here. So now what this is doing, this is trying to get around that stupid error that's saying you don't have a return value. Now we have a return value. Control S and Control F7. Default energy. So I guess I have to assign these back. No, I don't. Let's see here. When I'm using the fraction, I'm trying to see if there's a way that I could do this without having to put this in here. See, and this is what make, this is why you might see, oh, this person got a job developing code, writing code. Why? This is why developers, programmers, and all that stuff work 8 hours a day, because you run into errors. Sometimes these errors could take a long time to fix. I mean, this is basic stuff here, but you run into problems like this. So let's see what we can get here. D1, D2. Let me just get rid of that line because it's not necessary at this point. So let's see, Control S, F7. These are all, is this an error? Function prototype. Let me look at that right quick. So we always going back and taking a look at this. So I want a function prototype. Here we go. So function prototypes. Here he is. So we just declare, we just write in the return types. So then this definition. So double int. So and there it is. That's the definition right there. So we have int and doubles right here. All right. So that's what it should look like. And this is the whole thing. See that? You have that up here, ending with your return type here. Yeah. So and that's old C++ crap there. I wonder, could you even return a structure as a return type here? And here it is. So here's a structure. Damn cookie crap. Let me make sure this is private browsing window. No, this is bullshit. This is a distraction here. So let's see. We have our structure, student type, input function, student type. So I'm wondering, do I put that at the end? Damn, that is. I see why I like doing this with classes now. So I might just make this a class then. You know, just reskin the cat. Class fraction. Public int. We got Professor Black Ops still in the building. So there we go. We got two public ints, denominator and numerator. And since I'm not using a fraction here, we're gonna get rid of that. So now this should return a fraction. I'm not gonna even worry about this part right now. So let me comment all this out. And I'm gonna use the other types of comments, the whole block comments. Because really, I just want to make sure we have this right. So I declared the class right up here. So now we're gonna need a constructor. And if the good thing about this is when I start talking about object-oriented programming, we're gonna get into constructors and all this stuff. So just trust me on this one. I mean, and it's hard to trust me because I've been, it's like every time I write a line of code is an error, but just look it up too if you really want to be, if you really want to do that stuff. So let's see here, Control S, Control F7. So I have a backspace. And let's put a tab right here. And a Control S save, Control F7. So I'm thinking, okay, so it's saying left off that. So I'm not going to have a private section here. And I get particular about putting those spaces there. That's just a styling thing. And when and since I haven't programmed it so long, so another thing I could do is I probably could just capitalize fraction since it's a class. Most styling crap. Another thing I could have did was just got a class. Let's see if I could find a class right here. C++ class. You know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Plus ASS. I'll just get you a quick class right quick here, and here we go. All right, with no constructor and destructor, got the public section, int and string. All right, so this is all I needed right here. So I don't need this shit. So let's see if this is gonna work now. Control S and Control F7. And let's go back to my sample. And I left off the semicolon at the end, and that probably would screwed all of it up for the first time. I probably could have left the constructor there too. All right, there it is. So let's go back and put the constructor there. I don't need to, but just to be consistent. See, there it is. And I also could put the destructor there by doing tilde. And what this does is this is more of a security thing. So when your object is created and when your object is destroyed, you won't, because in C++ you have to manage that, but I don't care. This is a demonstration project. So there we go. We got our fraction. So now I could come back here, comment this out, and go uppercase on the fraction because I'm returning the object now, and now Control S, Control F. So we have some drama right here. So Jessica Hicks about to roll out. Appreciate you for stopping by, checking out this program and shit. I'm gonna get this working, hopefully. So let's take a look at this fraction here. We have the denominator. So let's see, Control S and Control 7. First thing. So I'm still referring to fraction with a lowercase f. So we should have just eliminated 2 of those errors. And let's see, somebody is outside my door. Let's see what we got here. Person next door. Make sure you don't have no bullshit. So let's see here. I'm also missing the return. So I guess I could create a new one right here called fraction result. And now I'm going to return result. Because that's what a function is supposed to return something. So I'm missing a semicolon somewhere. Is it here? Int main, return 0. That shouldn't have made a difference because that was already there. So and it was supposed to be a Hello World app, and now already getting into this part of it. Also, is this denom 2? All right, so I'm not worried about those warnings. We're gonna get to those later. So Barry is still in the chat, still here. Gotta keep this code and shit rolling. So let's see. We have the result. We have the 2 fractions, and we have our class object up here. And I didn't even do this get greatest common factor yet. I'm going to rename this function anyway. I'm going to say return as fraction. Or I'll just say as fraction. As fraction. We got that done now, so let's do some save and compile with an error. Oh, I see what's wrong. I see. Shit. All right. The result dot den result dot d9 and I could just change this to normal. So I bet you $100 that those arrows should be gone now. Control F, and there it is. So we just got one part out the way. So fraction is the name of the object that we create, and though this is the class, this is the instance of the class called result. So result, we're gonna go to result and get the numerator. We're gonna go to result and get the denominator. I'm setting it to 0 here. So that's what we're doing here. So now I could uncomment that, and I could uncomment. That comment was there from the beginning. So there we go. So now to get the denominator, this is the math part. This is where I'm gonna. So let me put this here. We got Sean P in the building. So I'm definitely about to get ready to end this stream and go hop on over to LaShawn's stream, because right now I'm at a point now where I want to fuck around on in the comments over there. So I'm about to get this up here now. So let's watch this. I am about to go to LaShawn's stream live and see what they're saying about my stream here. So this is what I call Arkansas. So let's chat something. I have to log in to chat shit. So I can't even chat. So this is the stream I'll be talking about that we go to normally after my stream. So this is the Savage Scientist, and this is where I'm gonna be for the rest of the night, probably in the comment, fucking around, talking bullshit, because they like to talk bullshit and fuck around. So till I make my next video and live stream, peace out.